with a shot. Right on line, just needed hitting. It's a 5-net 4, so he's level. Just 3 holes, so the start is so crucial for these players. This is 10 feet for Barker. Oh, he slid it in the left edge. Brilliant, 1 under par. So 2 tied at the top, with a par 3 and a par 5 to finish. Barry Ross, after 2 superb shots, a timid approach putt. It's a good 4 though, you'll take that. 1 under for 3 players, level for 1. So they're locked together as they head to the second playoff hole, which is the 14th.
None of the players will be receiving a shot on this hole. First to tee, Mr. Andy Brown.
Andy Brown up first. Oh, they're loving this. And he's putting well done. Good shot. Randy Brown, what a recovery after a disaster.
Next to the tee, Mr. Barry Ross.
He's got a bit of clubhead speed there, Barry. This one turning in onto the target, right to left in the air.
Next to the
Good
tee,
shot.
Mr. Alan Barker.
Now, what can Alan do? Don't go any further left. Good strike, too much club, and over she goes.
Finally to the tee, Mr. Martin Stoker.
Level par, chasing by 1 shot. Oh no, this is very close to the hosel, I think. And a shank, I think.
Mr. Martin Stoker will now be playing a provisional ball.
Oh, provisionals and par 3s. You don't look forward to those moments. This is better, but turning too far left. And that could be his playoff. Done and dusted if he doesn't find the first one. Well, trouble for Martin Stoker because didn't find the first one. This is his 4th shot at the 14th, par 3. And a little low scudder out the sand, playing his way out of contention. Not so much Martin Stoker, more like Bram Stoker. From the back, Barker. And that's low and thin. Not the desired shot at all, that one. And, well, this from 35 feet for the par to remain 1 under. Steady, steady. Normally when you get nervous, putts don't make it to the hole. That one did. Ross after a good tee shot for the birdie 2. Hasn't secured that yet. So still needing a par. Was short with the putt for birdie at the first and short at 14. Brown could be the dark horse here after an amazing 4 at the first. This is the second of the playoff holes, and that one has got a lot left in it. This was it for the par, which he holed. So he remains at 1 under par with that par 5 18th to play. Stoker's 5th. Just for a double bogey at the 14th. And a good attempt, very good attempt. But a 6. And goes from level to +3. So into last place and really out of things. Barker with his 4th. Remember, a good shot through the back. A little skinny, and that's a double bogey 5. So he goes from -1 to +1. And it's about the men in red. Brown's at 1 under with a hole to go and has been joined by Barry Ross. It seems to be between those 2 players. Find out who becomes the champion of Lancashire when we come back.
The Perfect Gentleman's Playground. The perfect gentleman's playground.
Well, after a full day's play at Worsley Park, it comes down to the final hole, the 18th, par 5, just over 500 yards. Two men in red, both 1 under, both in the box seats.
First to the tee, Mr. Andy Brown.
Important tee shot for Andy. He had a poor one up the first. That was low left. This one well struck, but perhaps a tad right, is it? Well, that's a marvellous tee shot. Couldn't ask for better than that.
Next to the tee, Mr. Barry Ross.
Barry Ross, the most powerful player in the group. Turning right to left. And just getting through that bunker. It's a good break.
Next to the tee, Mr. Alan Barker.
Alan Barker giving that a mighty swipe. But he probably needs an eagle here.
Finally to the tee, Mr. Martin Stoker.
So at +3 you would think Stoker's too far away. Just finished nicely. And the crowd loving this. Smashed it right down the left-hand side and into the bunker. It's not been his 3 holes. Consolation hand on the back from his caddy. So Barker bunkered. And a good contact out of there. Get it back in position. Just slightly pushed. Stoker's second as well. Must get it up very quickly to avoid that lip. And that he did. So that's in a good position for his third. Master Brown from the fairway. Cracking tee shot. Sounded heavy. Oh, and it's hit the cart path once. Just misses the pigeons. It's okay. Breathe a sigh of relief. It's all right. Ross, who finished just beyond that bunker down the left-hand side. Where's this one going to go? Well, that's a layup into the nape of the fairway. Couldn't be more perfect. Third for Alan Barker. And it's all been a bit of a struggle these last couple of holes. Same story for Stoker, really. Playing this back in his stance. Trying to hit a low driller in here. Shouting go. Bunker. 1 more yard. Just 1 more yard. That's all it needed to be very average. Barry Ross. Ideal layup. Now just a pitch onto the green. And it's not so much a pitch, but more a shoot. And that's gone flying through the back. What a mistake at this stage. Gutted. So really it's between 2 players. Ross is through the back in 3. Brown to play his third. What an opportunity. And shouts of that'll do you. They were correct. Birdie putt. Barry Ross with his 4th. Just far away enough from that lamppost. That's not a problem. He's got a flagpole in his way, trees, microphones. It's not the Disney finish he was looking for, really, to be honest. Little disappointing, underwhelming. Barker's 4th. Go on, keep going down there. Martin Stoker, 37 points, remember, to make the playoff. Oh, and this is low and fizzing and hard and horrid. Quite an array of short game shots we're seeing in this playoff. Goodbye to Martin. He'll be back. This is a crucial shot for the par. Barry Ross. And it's rather being handed on a plate. One man is in control of his destiny, and here he is. Birdie putt. And well, this is not over. This is not over. Large intake of breath and a huge swallow for Brown. Barker to finish with 5 shots on the par 5 18th. Gave it a little run, but his race is run. Good attempt. Bogey putt for Ross. This could be important. Drilled it. Well, we'll have a look. We'll just have a little look. Well, you never know. It's up to Andy Brown. He could make history here and become the 2014 champion of Lancashire. Didn't waste any time and it's in. Well, that's how you do it. Hit the worst tee shot by far at the first playoff hole, but came through in flying colours. And a deserved winner. Level par with a shot, 1 under for the playoff. And he's your champion. Happy days. And there's the trophy lift. Not a happier man in Lancashire or in Manchester or in Worsley Park.
The 2014 Trilby Tour rolls on, and we're now past the halfway point of this year's regional championships. 4 more to go, and then we'll know the lineup for the World Championship final at Saint-Pierre in Wales. After that, we can still enjoy the pairs competition, the Trilby Twos, and we finish the series with a Rogues Gallery special. All this every Monday night on Sky Sports. Now let's hear from the worthy champion of Lancashire, Andy Brown.
It just hasn't sunk in at the moment, to be honest. Been here since I think teed off this morning at 8 o'clock, and it's been a long old wait, and it just hasn't sunk in. So I think tomorrow morning I'll probably feel it better.
Well done, Andy. A fine win and a fine shot of the day. Amongst some admittedly slim pickings was this approach on the 15th by Stephen Tarmey. Now let's find out who made the worst of a good day in Rogues Gallery. First up is Jason Mather, who fooled our cameraman into thinking this shot in the 7th had gone further than it had. Much, much further. There were dozens of balls lost in water during the day. Here is Stuart Hopton with a simple plopper on the 8th. James Barlow, also on the 8th, shows how to sneak a ball into the pond behind some reeds. But hitting a lake is far too easy. David Bebro showing real skill directing his ball into a tiny stream on the 7th. Rogues Gallery veteran Charles Norbury keeps up his good work with this erratic approach to the 18th. David Scope goes rough to bunker on 14. Andrew Walker goes forward a few feet on the 18th. And this handsome fellow is William's older brother, John Hunt, a disgrace to the family name. All things considered, this escape from the bunker on the 9th by Paul Fell isn't a complete disaster. But judging by his body language, it was the point he realised his day was over. First, who'd be a cameraman entry this week, Howard Battersby on the 8th, confusing it with who'd be a buggy. On the 4th, Ian Cunningham escapes this bunker, but then hasn't the foggiest where his ball ended up. We're not telling him, because we don't have a clue either. Another who'd be a cameraman entry. Trevor Horton misses the lens by all of 3 inches. But it's okay, Trev, our cameraman survived. Back to the first, and so upset was, yes, it's that man again, David Bebro, about duffing his tee shot into the trees, he decides to walk backwards for the rest of the day. He calls it reverse psychology. And finally, we have a remarkable set of shots from Alan Hunt on the 14th. His first stays in a bunker, his second stays in the bunker, his third comes out of the bunker backwards. And while his playing partners sympathetically encourage him, he goes on to tickle his next shot a few feet towards the hole before deciding that anonymity is the best policy. Keep it under your hat, Alan. Here's William.
It's fantastic. 5th time of asking Andy Brown. He's at the KP. He's been to Oxfordshire twice, and he was here last year. He suffered badly here last year. Didn't put in a good score, but this year, different man, different game, different day, different champion.
Next week, the tour arrives for the first time at the beautiful and quirky Bredsall Priory for the Championship of Derbyshire. In the meantime, please visit www.williamhunttrilbytour.com for info on joining Team Trilby. And we'll see you next week.
William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.